In this very noisy social media world, standing out is the obstacle that every thought leader, business owner, entrepreneur must face. Tracy Eamon is here as an organic marketing strategist who specializes in keyword optimization for social media and websites. Tracy is one of the co-founders of Women Speakers Association, as well as a multiple best-selling author and podcast host of Silver Lining Conversations. She has trends and tactics that she's going to train you on in the upcoming speaker success training we have here at Women Speakers Association. So I brought her on today to talk about building influence on social media. So hi, Tracy, tell us a little bit about you and what you do and why you're so passionate about helping entrepreneurs and business owners maximize their social media influence.
Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for having me. And yes, I have been working with especially women entrepreneurs over the last 15 years. And it is so important to help them get their message out into the world and to be found online to increase their reach and their income. And we can make that happen through organic marketing.
I love that you do that because organic is a really fascinating way of it. Everybody thinks like, oh, it's so noisy out there. Is it really possible to grow my influence? And how would you address that if somebody says it really possible to stand out on social media?
I would say I understand completely. It is really noisy out there, but you know that people actually will be searching for you and what you have to offer. And if you can learn how to use organic marketing and keywords in what you put out into the social media platforms, you're going to be able to start talking to the audience that you want to talk to, and they're going to hear you. So there are ways to get above that noise and stand out.
Well, that gives us a lot of hope. Now, do you have to spend a lot of money on ads or getting a marketing team to do that?
Well, I know that's what we want to tell you. And in some cases, depending on what you're doing, always, so many platforms are, a pay to play. But I'm always a firm believer that you really want to get yourself set up and really determine what it is that you want to get out there, that message you want to get out there in the world, where people are that you want to attract, what platforms they happen to be on, and what words, those keywords that I love. And if you've talked to me at all over the years, I love keywords. What keywords are your audience actually putting in there to try and find you, or trying to find the solutions that you provide? So I think it's really important to get that organic aspect of things in play first. And then, yes, you can, charge it up with putting some dollars behind it, depending when you're ready, but it's not an immediate need.
Yeah, and I would tend to agree with that. In fact, I hear so many people saying, oh, can I just do some ads and get money, like get my funnel flowing? And I'm like, you probably want to start with organic first. Would you agree?
Totally. So many people get hit with that. Oh, we can put you to number one for this particular keyword. And you're like, all right, like that's so excited about that. But in reality, nobody's looking for it. No one's searching for it. You're not going to get any hits to your website or to your funnel or whatever it is that you're trying to promote at that particular point. So you really have to have a strategy in place and really sprinkle a little bit of that organic marketing magic into things, right? Which we're going to talk about at the Speaker Success Training on June the 14th.
Oh, that's great, because I know a lot of people are like, all right, well, I tried putting money behind this, but nothing happened. And I really just don't know what to say to get more visibility organically. So what if they don't know what to say?
Well, there's a little research goes a long way, and there's a lot of tools that are out there that can help you once you start to do the initial legwork, right? We need to not just kind of, we that whole adage about throwing spaghetti at the wall. We need to stop doing that. There's just so much spaghetti on that wall. No wonder things are sticking that shouldn't, right? But yeah, ultimately there are tools, there are strategies that can help you build upon your message, and in such a way that you are going to attract your ideal prospects and audience.
So what if someone started, posting organically and they're just maybe they're doing the spaghetti approach, or maybe they're just trying things they think are strategic, but they're not getting results. What should they do next?
I think you need to measure. I think you need to, go back and look at what you've done, when you've done it. Timing can be part of it. How consistent are you? Is what you're posting related to what you're offering? Are you showing people a little bit about yourself? Because we truly are building relationships, and if you can find that connection with somebody else. So there's a lot of things to think about as we go about creating a strategy, but having a plan is going to get you so much further ahead, right? It's about having that foundation and not building it on quicksand. So
Right. And I find a lot of people don't know what to say. And when they do, or they think they know what to say, and it just lands flat. And if it doesn't evoke any emotion, that's got to be in the strategy too. Would you agree?
yeah, definitely. We do want to evoke emotion. And sometimes sometimes I think we overthink it. We want to have some thinking going on about it and what our goals are and what we want to achieve. But sometimes I think we get into almost a state where that emotion, there's no way that's going to come out. So truly, back to your relationships, what kind of emotion are you trying to evoke? You're trying to get people to respond, because truly social media is about engagement. So what are you saying that is going to get people to continue to respond and to build up those conversations that you take out of social media, right? That's where the extra magic happens, is where you take those connections and move them into potential clients or joint venture partners or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. So what exactly are you going to cover in your speaker success training? I know you're going to talk about maximizing your social media influence, but what will they learn?
I'm glad you asked, Laura. So we're gonna touch on a whole bunch of things, but we really are going to concentrate on the importance of knowing your audience. So determining who your audience is, what their needs are, maybe the problems they have, what solutions they're looking for, as well as your goals. So what do you want to achieve? Like, you're on social media. Is there a reason that you're on social media? What are you trying to achieve? And how to use organic marketing in your social media posts to reach a wider audience and a more engaged audience. And there's going to be other information in there as well.
And so it sounds like when you're talking about identifying your target market, you're also saying, and their challenges and problems, that's where the emotional content can come from if you take that foundational step.
Yes. You need to understand what your audience is looking for and what is going to make them take that next step. And like you mentioned, like getting into that emotional state. And it's not, we're not building on pain points necessarily. Pain points is not the words that I like to use, but how can I help someone achieve what their goals are is really the way that I look at how I put out my information and how I connect with people.
Well, that's a good perspective on it too, because how can you help and what are they wanting is very key before you do any content, right?
Yes.
Step out there. So do you have one last piece of advice for those who want to maximize their influence on social media before we invite them to the full speaker success training?
Yes, social media is about building relationships. We're not talking at people, we're talking to people. And the more that we can build up those relationships, the more that you're going to build the awareness about what you offer and how you can help others.
And I know you're masterful at that. So I would like to invite everyone to sign up at speakersuccesstraining.com for June 14th at 1 p.m. Pacific. If you are a premier member, it's included with your membership. So check your newsletter, check your backend portal for the dates. Otherwise, please go to speakersuccesstraining.com. You can read the write-up about it, you get all the details, and you can sign up.
Great. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Yes, I can't wait. It's going to be great. And here's to everyone being way more influential, making a bigger impact. And thank you, Tracy, for your wisdom and the training you're doing. It's so valuable.
Thank you, Laura.
We'll see you there. Bye for now.